gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. How y'all feeling on this Mickey Ficky Thursday? Yes, indeed, the day after Hump Day and the day before Friday. Let's go. Let's go. We know what's going down Saturday night in Dallas. We know what's going down. We about to rope us some cowgirls. You know what I mean? Stick a spur in her side. You feel me? Make her holler. Stick a spur in her side, make her you know what I mean? Hey, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man. Thank y'all for pulling up to another episode of Who's Yo Daddy? Yes, indeed. I pulled out of some and some I left it in. We're going to find out and see what the DNA tests say tomorrow night. Tune in. But with that being said, man, hey, thank y'all for pulling up, man. We're going to talk about the running back situation. We're going to discuss Zamir Zeus White as well as Josh Jacobs and what could happen, what may not happen, what may happen, what may not happen again and again and again. You feel me? We're going to talk about it just because it's something to talk about. This is the last weekend of preseason, which we face the Dallas Cowgirls in Dallas. After that, then cut downs must come by Tuesday the 29th from 91. Yes, 91. We get an extra roster spot because of the International Players Pathway Program, which we have David Ogaha from Nigeria, defensive end. So we are allowed to carry 91 instead of 90 because of the program. So with that being said, we cut down to 53 on Tuesday. Everybody's coming out with their 53. I'm gonna do my 53. Let's see. I'll do it Saturday night after the game because I want to see the last game. Ain't no sense in doing a 53 now because this last game could change the bottom of the roster like that. You feel me? So I'm gonna wait till the Dirty Lunatic show Saturday night, and I will go ahead and matter of fact, we all can do it. Us content creators as well as the listeners, the followers, the supporters of our channels. I know that's what I plan on doing Saturday night. So Dirty Lunatic show, 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance, as well as Dirty's channel, Life of the Nation. So tune on in. We'll go ahead and discuss the 53 after we see the performances of the roster, of the bottom part of the roster, because that's what I expect to see Saturday in this last preseason game, just because I know it's going to come down to probably this game to decide on who makes the team and who doesn't at the bottom of the roster, the depth part of positions. So we're going to tune on in Saturday night, man. You're going to see us get down with the get down. We're going to have some laughs, but we're going to discuss the roster and what we felt after the Cowboy game, who performed, who outperformed, who underperformed, and all that good stuff. So tune in Saturday night, once again, 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern, on both here, Raiders Allegiance, as well as Life of the Nation on Dirty's channel, man. So tune on in that Saturday night, man. Let's have some fun. All right. So let me go down and shout out my people. You already know it. The show don't start until we start with y'all. You feel me? The world's most dangerous chat, man. Y'all know what it is. Hey, NorCal Raider Jesse, man, top of the morning to you. That's my mod with the most right there, though. Hey, ladies, let me quit. Oh my goodness. We got Donna Stance in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Hope all is well with you and yours. It's good to see you. Graham Cam, what is the deal, man? Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. Eugene Powell, right in the kisser. What is the deal, my dude? Thank you for pulling up. It is a pleasure. Eddie Diaz, my guy, man. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for the support. You know what I mean? Charm City, what? Charm City 410. Hey, salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here, man, for real. Good to see you. You know what I mean? Tony Sheffer, my guy, man. Salute to you, man. Top of the morning. Hope all is well with you as well. Yes, indeed. We got Oscar. Man, I hope I don't mess this up. Quezada. Oscar Quezada. He got the Raiders. Okay, hold on. We're going to do this right. Like I said, this is Thursday, bro. We about, you ready? Ready with the Raiders? Y'all ready? All right, here we go. We're going to do this shit right. Raiders. Let's go. The last preseason game, and then we get down with the nitty-gritty in 2 weeks versus the Denver Donkeys, man, in Denver, Mile High. Man, we're going to slap the shit out some donkeys. You feel me? Yes, indeed, man. Salute to you, my guy, man. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, sir. Let's see. Oh, you got your tickets for? Okay, that's what's up, man. Against the Chokers or the Dischargers. You know what I mean? They discharge. A thick yellow greenish discharge. Hey, shout out to you, man. Hey, I hope we get that victory too, bro. For real. Especially you gonna be the good luck charm. So if we lose, we're gonna blame you for it. Hey, but thank you. Hey, good looking, man. Hey, go support that team, man. Let's get that victory. You feel me? Tamar Gaither, man. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning. The Cowboys must die. Exactly. We must take them to pasture and lay them out to rest. You feel me? For real. We got Raider content in the building, man. I'm here for the start of the show. What's up, brother? Salute to you in the Raider Nation. You know what, man? Salute to you. Like I say, you guys make this thing possible, man. Y'all make this thing crack. You know what I mean? I'm here. You know, I'm doing my content. I'm making it entertaining and informative. But you guys, without you here, who the hell am I talking to? Nobody. You feel me? I be sitting here. You think Raider Stan is? Hey, I be here with a sock puppy, and it's the same sock that I use to make a Fifi. So just imagine how stiff that motherfucker is. But with that being said, man, hey, I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you, man, for you patronizing this channel and supporting Raiders Allegiance, man. Like I said, it's all about us, the Raider Nation. You feel me? Thank you. Hey, NorCal Raider Jesse in the building, man. For real. Yes, sir. We got Raider Paul. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed, man. We got the Gaffler. Raider Nation for life. I feel like Mac 10. For life. You feel me? Hey, right on. For real, man. Thank you for being here. Let's see. We got Sebastian, guys. Hey, Sebastian in the building. What's up with you, my dude? Top of the morning, man. Happy Thursday. Hope all is well, man. I hope everything's going good. Charm City. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Let's go. Yeah, man. Everybody, hey, salute everybody in the chat, man. This is family. This is Raider family. You feel me? Yes, indeed. We all up in here, yo. If the Cowgirls. Fuck the Cowgirls. That's right. Fuck them. Fuck them in the horse they ran in on. Hey, don't forget what tomorrow is, y'all. Tomorrow, Friday. You know what that means, right? What show is at 7 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific? I can't hear you. That's right. It's F Your Team Friday. Oh, we go in on the Cowgirls. Oh, I'm gonna give y'all a little taste, a little something. You feel me? Tonight, JB, or this morning, I said tonight. JB in the house, man, on the good foot, man. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. It's all Raiders, man. All day, every day. Can't nobody fade us. Hey, you know the haters, they just like, I hope the Raiders don't win this year. I hope they don't win. Because they know when we do, they know when we do what that means. They gonna get an earful of wax. And I was gonna say dingling, but I'm gonna pause on that one. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. For real. We gonna get that ass this weekend, bro. We gonna get that ass. Oh my God, I can't wait. All right, let me see. Let me make sure forget nobody. I just heard on Good Morning Football. Yep. Dolphins were trying to ask the Raiders about trading for Josh Jacobs, bro. But the Raiders said nope, they're not. He's not on the trade block. They're gonna work on getting him back, bro. I'm telling you, it's like every time something goes down, it's always the negative side everybody looks at. Let me give you an example. Jimmy Garoppolo and his foot. Remember, everybody was panicking. Oh, what if Garoppolo don't make it back from? I heard Garoppolo ain't gonna make it back for week 1. Oh, Garoppolo, we might miss some. And what happened? He came back, right? Here's number 2. Oh, Tyree Wilson, his foot. Oh, he might miss 6 games this season. Oh, and then all of a sudden, Tyree is back at practice. Well, he's not wearing pads, and he's only doing workouts by himself. He will be wearing pads now, and he possibly could play this Saturday in Dallas. You heard it from me. He possibly can play or could play in Dallas this Saturday in the final preseason game. They are moving him along, and now he has made it to putting on helmets and pads at practice. Yes, he has. Will he play in the Dallas game? I'm not sure. Do they want to risk it, or do they want to at least let him get a series or 2 out there just to, warm up as a rookie to never play in the NFL, get that out the way? Or do they wait till week 1 against Denver to let him go ahead and display his talents? We're going to see. But I know that they promoted him to wearing pads and being able to go full go at practice. You know what I mean? He's back. Hey, Tyree Wilson is back to the fullest. You feel me? But yeah, Miami did try to inquisitive about the availability of Josh Jacobs, and the Raiders shut that down. So we ain't worried about that. Nope, not one bit. All right, let me see. Thomas Hernandez, salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being in here. Yes, sir. Who else got up in this mini? Michael, yeah, we got Mike G in the building. My dude, man, top of the morning. Yes, indeed. He will be representing the silver and black during week 1 against them suck-ass Denver Donkeys. He's going to represent y'all. That's right, man. We all over this Mickey Ficky. There's Raider fans everywhere, bro. For real. I went to rehab 1 week, and I ran into the 2. No, let me quit. I didn't go to rehab. But, hey, we there, though. We had AA. We had NA. You know what I mean? We had, everywhere that dysfunctional ass people are is where you're going to find us. Because we dysfunctional. I mean, ain't nothing. Hey, don't run from the truth. Embrace it. Let it be your brand. Our brand is being dysfunctional. But we come together as dysfunctional fans, as family. Hey, y'all see the video of the Niners fighting each other in the stands? Beating the shit out of each other. They beating the empire out of each other. They beating the booty gang out of each other, man. They beating the bang bang out their ass. Hey, the good stuff, man. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. Ray Love in the building, man. Top of the morning to you. Thank you for providing your presence. Wild Turkey, man. What proof is that? 80 proof? Wild Turkey, man. That's old school alcohol, man. Oh my God. Good seeing each and every one of y'all. Let me see. Make sure I got everything. Everything is everything. Yes, indeed. John L. Bankhead, man. Hey, that's right. Flex on him. We flexing on him. Hey, let it be known, John. We flexing on him. You know what I mean? Let them know it's Raiders. Come on now, you know what this is. We don't bullshit with this. We with the business for real. You know what I mean? These other teams, you know, they fan base be faking the funk. You feel me? All right, let's see. Casano Crowder, man, what is the deal? Good morning to you. Thank you for pulling up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You said stiff sock gang. Hell yeah. You got to get the other pair to make. Gravy, my dude, man, top of the morning. Thank you for being here. I'm going through the lineup right now. I'm going through the lineup. Y'all all been charged with disorderly conduct to the Cowboys to the Cowboys locker room. People been putting itch powder in people's jock straps. Oh, you know what's better than one red ring? No, 2 of those Mickey Fickies, man. My guy, man, 2 red rings is in the building. Yes, indeed. Didn't mean to scare y'all with that jump scare. You know what I mean? He said 2 a little too loud. Yeah, I did. Chris Ariola, my dude, man. I hope your birthday was swell. I hope your birthday was swell, partner. That's the Cowboys right there. I hope it was freaking swell. Oh, hey, I ain't never met a fan base that's, well, I ain't gonna lie. There's been other fan bases that been just as fucking retarded as Cowboys. You know what I mean? From the Niners to the Donkeys to the Dischargers. But yeah, Cowboys, they dinglings. They out to lunch with no sandwich. For real. Let me see. I got everybody in here. I think I did. Okay. So with that being said, man, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Like I said, without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. That's the Mickey Ficky Nation, man. Hey, y'all see it. Y'all see it. We don't play around with this, man. The Shield, we don't play with it. We don't play with it. Now, we might play with your mama. Yeah, to all the fans out there from other teams, we might play with your mama or your sister if they of age. We'll play with them, but you better not ever play with the Shield. Salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all for supporting the channel and the platform, man. We're grown. Hey, we're on our way to 1,300. You know what I mean? I've been putting in work. If y'all haven't noticed, I've been doing shorts, doing my TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I've been putting in work, y'all, and it's gonna continue doing such because you guys, y'all motivate me for real. Let's get it. Saturday, hey, let's beat the shit out of a cowboy. You feel me? Let's beat a cowboy into transgression. Hey, I hope that didn't fly over your head. Let's beat a cowboy into transgression so he could be a cowgirl. Let's go. They say, "Ooh, they're gonna cancel Lunatic." Fuck it, I just make a new channel and start all over. Let's be the cowboy in the transgression. That's a good one. All right. So, like I was saying, we were talking about can Zamir hold it down for Josh Jacobs? We don't know when Josh Jacobs is coming back. The rumor was out there that he intends on being back by week 1, but that is just a rumor. Some people say it was just a hope and a prayer. But then one lady, I think with ESPN, that's very credible. Josina Anderson? She said the same thing that he plans on being back by week 1. She's never wrong. She gets inside information directly from the individuals themselves. So I would trust her word over people that's just assuming, you know what I mean? Maybe those other guys heard what the information she had and then try to take it and run with it as well. Like I said, the one thing about this whole content thing is a lot of people's more concerned with being first rather than being right. Me, I don't care about that. I don't post a lot of stuff after it had happened because some of the stuff I want to wait and make sure is legit. But I'd rather be right than be first. But everybody else wants to be first. They rushing on. Oh, breaking news. The Raiders signed Cleopatra. Wait a fucking minute. She's dead. I retract that. It's too late. You done went out there thinking you gonna be first and grab some info. Watch. I'm gonna make some professional looking ass wrong information and I'm gonna put it out there. Watch what these motherfuckers do. I'm gonna put some wrong information out there, make it look professional, like the news actually dropped it. And watch this shit. Watch exactly. I'm gonna laugh because I'm gonna watch and see who gonna be the first ones to report that shit. I'm gonna say, you dumbass, you better go do some research, man. Fuck being first. Be right. You feel me? All right. All right. Oh, we're gonna get into it, man. I hope all is well. Exactly. Josina talks to the players. That's why I'm like, when she said it, I believe her. And she don't drop a lot of jewels a lot, you know what I mean? But there'll be times that I know for a fact she has relationships, not the kind where it's, pull out type, pull out when you come. But she got good relationships with players. I wish I had a relationship with her too, because I would get my information and pass it on to y'all and be right instead of being first. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and dive into it. My question was, can Zamir White hold it down for Josh Jacobs for whenever Josh Jacobs come back? Hopefully he comes back in week 1. But will he be in game shape? There is such thing as game shape. Will he be in game shape for game 1? No matter how much you working out and actually being in the game is not the same shit. Just let everybody know that. It's not the same shit at all. You're not doing curls and bench presses while somebody's running directly at you and hitting your ass. You know what I mean? So it's a different kind of shape that you got to be in for football. All right. So now Zamir White was at the presser. They asked him some good questions. I got little excerpts from that about his response, and we're gonna go ahead and dive into that, bro. We're gonna listen to what he respect. Now, look, I'm gonna ask y'all to keep it respectful with Zamir White. For those that don't know his past, he had a cleft lip and palate, which is the splitting of the lip up front and then also underneath the mouth, and it causes a speech impediment. He has a slight stutter, as well as pronunciations are not as clear. So you might have to just listen closely to Zamir. But shout out to Zamir, man, growing up and going through this and then actually getting the surgery to go ahead and fix it. But it does not stop the fact that out of all the years that you had the cleft lip and palate, you had to learn to talk around that, and it still carries over a little bit. You know what I mean? So you might have to just sit there and bear with him and listen to what he's saying, just to be clear with it. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive into these excerpts from the presser that they had just, what was it, yesterday? All right, so this one's gonna be Zeus on his performance with the Raiders.
How do you think that the first game went, and were things you wanted to work on in the last game when you got better at? What was your takeaways and how you played the last 2 games?
It was all right. There's always room for me to get better. Yeah, for me and us to get better. So we just got to go watch film and go to practice and go to work. That's about it.
Now, see, that's the kind of mentality I like players to have. I don't want them to be satisfied. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be complacent with what they've done production-wise on the field, because you can always be better. You can always be better. Facts. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you went out there and you had a good game. And we're going to get to later on. He talked more about being complacent and not being satisfied, and that you can always do better, that he got from his uncle. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to get to that later. But right now, we're just going to go down the line and listen to different excerpts about and get a better understanding of Zamir, because we haven't really had a good presser with him to really dig in at the position, running back position, and his mentality as far as the way he approaches it, how he wants to be great. And I love the fact that his performance, he's never satisfied. You got to keep grinding, keep working, keep your head down and work and grind and grind and grind. You know what I mean? The grind doesn't stop, because once you feel like you've made it, then that's when you fall off. You know what I mean? That's when you fall off. So that was him on his performance. Now, here's another thing right here. This one right here, they asked him about Josh Jacobs. Has he talked to him? And then he goes in a little bit more detail as far as the kind of help Josh Jacobs mentorship that he offers Zamir White, which I love this. I love this. So just get the takeaway from this as well.
Having those extra snaps at practice, how much has that been able to help you and the rest of the room to be able to get more physical out?
Let me chime in because that was the wrong one. This one is the fact that Josh Jacobs ain't there. Zamir White is getting those extra reps, those extra carries. And they're asking him, how is that helping him develop as far as being a running back with Josh not there and receiving those? See, that's why I said there's a silver lining in every cloud, like they say. The silver lining of this cloud, the cloud is Josh Jacobs ain't there. He's holding out. The silver lining is those reps that Josh Jacobs would not eventually, but that he would receive during camp and preseason are now going to the next man in line, which is Zamir White and it's very important for his development to get these reps. So this is what he is speaking on as far as getting the reps that Josh Jacobs have left behind during his holdout. So let me clear that up. All right.
Having those extra snaps at practice, how much has that been able to help you and the rest of the room to be able to get more physical out?
A lot. Yeah, like just having like them extra reps and like just doing it like repeatedly, like it makes the game like slow down for you. And yeah, that's about it.
The key. That's a good key. It helps the game slow down because now you're understanding, like when you're running these plays with these reps, not only are you having defense, especially in practice, defenses when you're doing 11 on 11s and whatnot, you have defenses moving and coming, coming towards you in certain lineups. This is going to help him repeatedly. Like they say, muscle memory. Once you keep doing it, you no longer have to think. So it slows down because you automatically know what to do, which I see an improvement in Zamir this year compared to last year. Last year, you could tell it was the very beginning of the process of development, and you can see that in his production. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can see a big difference. Like this last game against the Rams. What does Zamir do? Zamir had 10 carries for 40 yards. That's 4 yards a carry. His longest run being 10 yards. He had one reception for 9 yards. So he's coming along. The one thing they said that he needs to work on is in the passing game, being a receiver, which that's understandable. That's understandable because last year with Josh Jacobs here, he was limited. You know what I mean? Josh was getting all the carries. Therefore, that's why he led the league in rushing. But him not being there in camp and during preseason is allowing other guys the opportunity to get the burn they need to develop as well. So with that being said, hey, Zeus is out there and reaping the benefits of that. So, and Josh, we're gonna get into it. You'll see what kind of player Josh. Hey, salute to Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs ain't no fucked up individual like some people want to paint him. He's very helpful. Especially, he's one of the guys helping with the development of Zamir White, in case anybody didn't know that or somebody didn't know that. So now we're going to talk about, he's going to talk about his transition from year 1 to year 2 and the difference of then and now in the progression.
What's been the biggest transition from like last year to preseason this year? Just kind of like the confidence or just how's the different emotions?
The difference is probably like the reps, like the more reps I take. Cause like I take a lot of reps and like I just be more like locked in and like I gotta I gotta have it right. So like, reps probably by just going through that process over and over and like just finding like the key points in the fronts and like the blitzes and like just knowing all that stuff. So
And see, those reps are not just allowing him to run the ball. Those reps also include blocking as well as receiving in the receiving game, passing game. You know what I mean? So he gets to work on all aspects that's expected from the running back at that position. That's good. Like I said, you tend to get positives out of negatives. The negative, Josh Jacob ain't here. The positive, these other guys get to work and hone in on their skills to become better players to help this team win. So I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? It's like a give and take type thing. Josh Jacobs gave up his reps. Zamir White takes them and he improves. I don't think there's much that Josh Jacobs needs to improve on in the passing game, blocking, and being a running back. He's there. He led the league in rushing last year for a reason. He's there. But there's other guys that probably him being there would hamper their development as becoming better players themselves. But we no longer have to worry about that because there's a holdout, which means those holdout reps goes to the next man. All right. So the next one is going to be about him. They're asking him if he is satisfied. Has he ever been satisfied with production in a game ever? You know what I mean? This is his mentality when it comes to that. I love Zeus for this.
Was there a time, or when was the last time after a game when you felt like, all right, I had a good night tonight?
Never. Never. Like my Uncle Amp, man, like he's like my main like critic. Like like in high school, bro, like I had like probably about like 300 some yards, but like he was just this and that. I'm like, oh, all right, okay, I got you. So
Yeah, like NFL Network, you watch your games now, and
all of them, yes, the same way, never too good. Yeah.
I love that mentality. You're never too good. Has there ever been a game that you ever been satisfied? Like, yeah, that was a good game. He said never. You got to have that mindset, because once you feel like you make it, that you have made it, and you get complacent, now your skill set, all that sharpening iron is going to become dull. You know what I mean? You see a lot of guys, and there's a lot of different reasons why guys lose it. You know what I mean? As far as thinking they made it, such as getting a big contract. Some people get a big contract and then their production fall off. Why? Because they felt like they made it. They only put in hard work to get the bag. They never put in hard work to keep the bag. That's the key. That's the key. And Zamir, from what he's saying, is he's never satisfied. You can always be better. And like he said, in high school, one time, his Uncle Ant, he went out there and had almost 300 plus yards in a game. But his uncle was telling him basically, saying what I took from it is pointing out all the bad shit he did. And that's exactly what you want to do. Don't think because you got 300 yards rushing in a game, oh, I had a good game. When I can point out a whole bunch of shit that you messed up on. What about the drop passes here? The missed assignment blocking here? Or the one time that you got you went and you made the wrong cut. You always can get better. I remember in grade school there was an old saying that they used to help us remember the transgression from being good to best, to being your best. And I remember it, and I'll never forget it because it went like this. It said, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good gets better and your better gets best. Always you never stop until you get from good to your best. Some people think they're good and that's it. But you got other people that's busting their ass, knowing that there's more behind it. I can do more. Okay, we'll do more. And then they do more. And then they still come back. I can do more than that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a never-ending story. It's an infinite situation where you can always improve. And I'm glad he has that mindset now where he'll never have a game. And he said never. I'll never have a game where I'm going to feel like I had a hell of a game. And I love that. That means he's willing to work every single week, week in and week out. Okay. So we have that. Now, the most important part of the interview that I took was towards the end when they asked him about Josh Jacobs. And the response lets you know exactly the type of character Josh Jacobs has. See, everybody thinking he's pouting, he's holding out. I mean, of course he wants some job security. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And I believe he will be back. He's not going to carry this on into the regular season. So with that being said, let's hear Zamir White on relationship with Josh Jacobs and so forth. Let's go.
Have you talked much to Josh Jacobs?
He texted me yesterday, like just checking on me. Yeah, that's about it though. But yeah, that's it.
How big is that for you, getting the support from somebody that was with you in that room than last year?
That's huge, man, because last year, like, Josh was helping me out with plays and all that type of stuff. So, like, we was real close last year, like, just, like, hanging out, like, here, home. So, it's huge.
They hang out. Last year, they was hanging out at home, at the facility, developing that bond. So, basically, Josh Jacobs is taking Zamir under his wing. They asked him, when's the last time he talked to Josh Jacobs? He said, I talked to him yesterday. He texted me just to see how I was doing. That's teammates, bruh. That's a brotherhood. That's a brotherhood. I don't care if Josh Jacobs is holding out. Josh Jacobs is still checking in with his teammates to make sure they are all right and if they need help with anything. That's all you ever want from a player. The financial side is going to take care of itself. We already witnessed with Miami in inquiring about the availability of Josh Jacobs in a trade, and Raiders shut that down. Nope. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Because the face ain't listening. You feel me? Talk to the hand. So I'm impressed with this young guy. He has the right tutors around him to help develop him into being something good, special maybe. Who knows? But I see the difference between this year and last year with Zamir White. You know what I mean? So it's you just got to wait and see what Zamir White, he has to go. See, one thing about a rookie, this is one thing, and this is factual, because even Josh McDaniels just said this other day, and I know this to be true. Rookies are in a win-win situation as rookies. Either they're going to get it right or they're going to get it wrong and learn from it. Either way it goes, it's a win-win. I expect rookies to make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. This is their first time being inducted into the NFL. You know what I mean? These are the best of the best that you're facing. You're in college, and probably every college team has no more than 5 potential professional prospects. No more than 5, and that's at the top schools. At the top schools. So if you go to a smaller school, you're really going to be like under the microscope, like, bruh, there's only like 3 guys here that can possibly make it to the NFL. You know what I mean? So I'm glad we got leadership on this team. That's the purpose of bringing a Marcus Peters in, a purpose of keeping a Max Crosby and having a Chandler Jones and bringing in a Spillane and bringing in a Philip Dorsett. And you bring in guys like this that they know what to do. They know how to do it. And these young guys, because we got a lot of rookies. When we went, don't forget, we went into the draft with 12 draft picks, bruh. There's only 7 rounds. We had 12 picks and did some maneuvering to upgrade some of those picks by moving up, such as Aiden O'Connell. Oh, that's Aiden O'Connell. A lot of people are talking about him, of course. But let me tell you something. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, man. Slow down, James Jett. Slow down. Quit trying to crown this kid. It's like people on the outside looking in and want to rush the development of a player. Why do you want to rush a development of a player when you don't have to rush it? He's a rookie. He will make mistakes. And once he makes mistakes, I don't want to hear people, oh, boo, you know what I mean? Because he's going to make them. He's did good these last couple of games, but you got to remember, the playbook has been dumbed down. You have not seen no 2 tight end sets. You have not seen, we've been running the same fucking plays all preseason with the receiver going from the right to the left and hitting them. or maybe going deep down the sideline every now and then. Same plays. We ain't been running we ain't ran nothing that we are used to running. They're not even scripting out in game. They're not even doing doing game planning for the teams that were playing in preseason. They said it. When we played the Niners, they didn't game plan for that. They just went in and we're gonna keep it vanilla and run plays. And that's all they're doing. We're not showing nobody nothing. But where all the work came in with the joint practices. That's where the real work came into, because that's the only time that the ones got to go up against the ones. Don't forget, Aaron Donald with the Rams. Oh, he was at the joint practices. What did he do in the preseason game? He wasn't there. See, all we see as fans is Aiden O'Connell in the preseason games. That's not where the real work is coming in at with these guys. These guys are getting real work in the joint practices. Niners and Rams. And we don't get to see that. So just pump your brakes a little bit, bro. Stop trying to crown somebody. Oh, we need to go ahead and have him replace Garoppolo. Hold on. Slow down, Turbo. Pump your brakes, bro. Bleed them motherfuckers. Make sure that brake fluid is all through the lines. Y'all got air in your brake line. Why do we need to rush to develop him? Are we in a hurry? Are we in a hurry to rush and develop Aiden O'Connell? Or do you want, look, yeah, there's been some quarterbacks that came in as a rookie. Derek Carr was a rookie and started. How'd that work out that first year? Let me talk about the quarterbacks that sat the bench before they came in there. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. These are all quarterbacks that sat the bench and learned behind a quarterback that was not better than them. They passed all them up. Come on now, you think the guy that Patrick Mahomes sat, I forgot who it was too, that Patrick Mahomes sat behind is better than Patrick Mahomes? Now, Brett Favre might have been better. Well, I ain't gonna say might have. Well, you could, because to me, the trajectory is damn near identical. You know what I mean? One Super Bowl win, but we're talking about Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers sat about 4 years. I'm gonna show you all the shit that people overlook. So you got to remember. I remember the one quarterback that I pushed for was old boy out of Tennessee, and the one knock that I keep hearing everybody talk about was his age. Oh, he's 25 years old. Oh, he's 25 years old. He's too old. And I remember telling somebody on a podcast, I said, age for a quarterback don't matter. It don't matter. Quarterbacks are the most protected players on a football field. What do you mean by that, lunatic? Let me show you. They're the one main position that's fully protected by an offensive line. And running backs and tight ends. Correct. Now, different rule changes allow a quarterback to be in the pocket. You can no longer have contact with a quarterback in the pocket from the neck up and the knee down. That means you can only hit them between the shoulders and the knees. That's the only place you can hit a quarterback. And when you hit a quarterback and you go to the ground, you cannot land with all your weight on top of the quarterback after a tackle. They are the most protected position in the NFL. Of course, you could play into your 40s. It's easy to play into your 40s in the NFL. And you're protected. Ain't nobody taking no straight shot on you. They can hit you, but they can't land on you. They can't hit you from the neck up, from the shoulders up. They can't hit you from the knees down while you in the pocket. You protected. You are protected. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the quarterback from Tennessee. Rookie. The knock on him was his age. And I remember saying, age of a quarterback does not matter. Yes, it does. Age of a quarterback matters. No, the fuck it don't. Show me where age mattered with a quarterback. right? But they want to talk about, oh boy, that I like, that I was thinking, well, we don't get no quarterback in the first round. We just wait and get him. Why am I drawing a blank on dude? What is what's the quarterback name out of Tennessee? The brother that tore his ACL, but he was like he's 25 years old, and people kept saying he's too old. Hooker, Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker is who it is. I like Hendon Hooker. He has a very high completion percentage, low turnovers, and high touchdowns. Hendon Hooker. I was like, well, since he got injured, his stock should drop so the Raiders could be able to get him later. Now, people told me he was too old. 25 years old, Hendon Hooker. He's too old. Y'all do know Aiden O'Connell's turning 25 next month, right? Before the season start, he's turning 25 also. And it's that maturity that I think is kind of bringing him along to be able to progress in a manner that he's doing because of the wealth of knowledge of his age. He's 24 and he'll be 25 in September. Same age, just about the same age as Hendon Hooker. But people told me, oh, he too old. He too old. I'm like, age ain't got shit to do with a quarterback, but everybody got Aiden O'Connell's ding-a-ling in their mouth. Oh, he's the next coming of Christ. You better stop that. You better stop being sacrilegious. You know what I mean? Hey, don't you play with God like that. But the age, obviously now, all of a sudden, the age ain't the issue. But I thought the age was the issue when I got to hollering Hendon Hooker. Sebastian, come on, bro. Where you getting that information from? His vision needs help. How do you how do your vision impair you from just last game? 4 yards of carry, bruh. That means every 3 carries is a first down. His longest run was 10 yards. I seen Zeus breaking them off. See, people want to come with his vision from year one. How well versed was he in the offense? Everybody struggled with the offense last year because everybody said this year is much better. So if everybody's saying this year is much better, then that means last year they had issues with the offense, learning it. So he's a 4th round pick and he don't have issues with the offense. Now, I'm not saying he's Josh Jacobs, but he's a serviceable running back. 4 yards of carry is not nothing to sneeze at. It's when you get to 2.5 is when you start, wait a minute, bro. 2.5 yards of carry? No. He was he was chunking them all for 4 yards of carry, bruh. And that's just on the average. His longest run was 10 yards. You know what I mean? Now, he's still learning. Because you got to remember, I just got done showing y'all his presser about reps. How many reps last year do you think Zamir had with Josh Jacobs in camp? And Josh Jacobs did play in the Hall of Fame game. Whose reps did he take that from? I'll wait. You can only develop with your reps, bruh. You can't just read the playbook and be like, week 1, I'm ready to go. You got to get out there and you got to get out there, bruh. And Josh Jacobs being the guy he is, that's why I said there's a negative and positive about every situation. With Josh Jacobs being here, those reps that he would have left behind are now not going to the next guy in line to develop. Period. It's not going to develop. Josh is getting those reps. So, of course, Zamir looks, and this is why I'm explaining why Zamir looks better this year, because he's finally getting those reps. Josh Jacobs, his first year, he didn't come out and lead the league in rushing his first year. It took him 4 years to do that. 4 years. Because he had to people see everybody don't develop the same too. Let me throw that in there as well. Everybody does not develop the same. It's just like if I and you took a test, same questions, 10 questions, and we have to answer it. Either you or I are going to finish it first, but neither one of us are going to finish at the same time. I can promise you that. Everybody's development is different. Everybody's perception is different. Everybody's learning curve is different. But you got to be able to be patient with those who take longer than others and let them develop, because you never know. Even though it took them longer to develop, they might develop best. You know what I mean? Their development might be better than the guy that happened overnight. But that's why you gotta be patient and go through the development. That's what I'm saying. Zamir White didn't have the same opportunity this year as he had last year because Josh Jacobs was there. He was there. He was getting the reps. He was the dude. And in the regular season, how many times that they was trying to pull Josh Jacobs out and he refused to come out? Ziegler said that. Not Ziegler, but McDaniels even said that. He wasn't ready to come out. You never seen Josh Jacobs tap his helmet. I'm just saying. You gotta call a ball and a strike to strike. You can't be double standardish. You know what I mean? Can't be a double standard. You know, you can't allow John Gruden 4 years to develop a team to be a playoff team and then get mad at Josh McDaniels after one. That's not fair, bruh. That's not fair. Give him the same time, the same opportunity. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I don't care about the names of the players. I care about production. You could be the greatest. Like, for instance, here's an example. For those that don't know their history at running back in the NFL, the all-time leading rusher in the season is Eric Dickerson. Rams, and then the Rams, Indianapolis Colts. But he played 1 year with the Raiders. Yeah, the name Dickerson is on the jersey, but he didn't do shit for us. I didn't get excited. I mean, I got excited because I was hoping he can, you know what I mean, flash back to the past and get over 2,000 yards rushing in the season with his Jerry Curl and goggles. But he didn't. So do you give him an excuse because of his name? For the lack of production? No. That's why I said we don't have to go get big name. It ain't about the name on the jersey. It's never been about the. That's why we don't retire jerseys, because it's not about the name on the jersey. It's about being a Raider, and can you produce for the Raiders to win games, to get into the playoffs, and work your way to a Super Bowl? That's what we don't care about your name. You know how many names come and go in the NFL? It's never been about the name. So I always been like, well, shit, fuck the name. Show me production. I don't care if it's Jimmy John Johnson. As long as he gets out there and produces, bruh, do that shit. But just because you got a name, don't mean like, okay, Josh Jacobs did hella good this past season. Yes, he did. He led the league in rushing. All right. Say he comes back, same name on the jerseys, different number, but same name, Jacobs. And say he only rushes for 759 yards and 6 touchdowns. Are you guys going to be satisfied just because his name is Josh Jacobs on the back of his jersey? You going to be satisfied with those numbers? No. So it comes back to being production. I want production. Care about your name. If we had Barry Sanders in his prime, but he couldn't do what he did in Detroit, I don't give a damn what your name is. If you come to the Raiders and you underperform, I'm not gonna give you no pass just because last name is such and such. That's stupid as shit. Because your last name is such and such, I'm gonna give you a pass for underperforming. Like D'Angelo Hall. For those that don't remember, D'Angelo Hall came and signed what, 16 million? 16 million for 1 year? And guess what happened after 8 games? He got cut. Al Davis didn't give a damn about his last name. If you wasn't producing, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Get out. Because D'Angelo Hall was getting his ass burnt. But that's because I think that he had the wrong defense. Same thing with, look, Nnamdi Asomugha. One of our best ever lockdown corners ever to play the game for the Silver and Black. Pro Bowler. All that. He goes to Philadelphia. They take him out of man coverage and put him in zone. Didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. He looked horrible. Because you try to change him into something that he's not. But it didn't matter that Asomugha was the name on the back of the Eagles jersey. His production was horrible. Horrible. Just like when we got Dante Culpepper. Yeah, Culpepper was on the back of the jersey, but his production was the only good production Culpepper had is when he went back to Miami to face the Dolphins after they gave up on him because of his knee, when he hurt his knee. And he rushed for 3 touchdowns in that game and won that game for the Raiders. But other than that, no production. None. You know what I mean? Now, Jerry Rice comes along. You couldn't get mad at Jerry Rice. He produced. The name on the back of the jersey, he still produced. Over 1,000-yard receiver. Over 1,000-yard receiver for the Raiders with Tim Brown. Both of them had over 1,000 yards. That lets you know what kind of offense that was. He produced, though. At his old-ass age, he produced. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to play for the Raiders, I don't care about what your name is. Big names don't do shit. It don't matter if you got a big name. What matters is, can you produce? That's all I'm saying. Lance is horrible, bruh. The Niners. Did y'all ever see the video when they broke it down with that number 12th overall pick that the Niners used to move up to grab Lance? That the other two teams that were involved in the trade with the 12th pick traded away and missed out on the players that were drafted. Bruh, there was some names. I'm like, are you serious? The Niners messed up on that one, bruh. The Niners messed up on that shit for real. Oh, man. Oh, Jerry Porter. Yeah, Porter was a TD dude. Don't forget, I'm going to tell you, at running back, it was, damn, what's dude's name? Remember, we had Lamont Jordan, but not Lamont Jordan. There was the one running back that when we came into goal line situations, they brought his ass in, and he was good for touchdowns. Good for touchdowns. But it's all about production, bro. Production. So I can't wait till Saturday. I want to see what players travel with the Raiders to Dallas and who's going to play, because I'm going to sit there. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to watch the game, because these are going to be these are the true depth pieces that this team is going to be evaluating Saturday night. You know what I mean? Saturday night. Yeah, the Niners messed up on that trade, bro. Niners is we are. You know what the Niners are, right? Without me saying it, I ain't gonna say it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna offend nobody, but that's the Niners, bro. They keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. Quarterback position is just not what and for them to give up on Garoppolo, I think they waited. I mean, they did it too soon. Garoppolo was the only one getting them to places. Now watch this. Watch with Purdy. You know they got a whole lot of game film on Purdy now, right? You can sneak in with no game film because teams are still trying to figure you out. trying to figure out what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are. Do you have any precursors to how you're going to throw the ball? You know, is there a little twitch, little movement that signifies that you're about to do a certain pass or whatnot? You know what I mean? The jury's out on that one. But now you got some game film. Let's see if Purdy do the same shit this year. Because you gave up. We got Lance ain't on the team. Well, Lance on the team, but I heard they listening to trades. You let Garoppolo just walked. Y'all was trying to trade him, but everybody was like, we ain't trading for Garoppolo. You about to release him. See, that's one thing when you ain't got no leverage. That's the same thing that happened with us with Carr. They knew we couldn't. I'm not trading for Carr. You about to let him go. You know what I mean? I'm just going to wait. And that's what happened. That's why I think the Raiders, they knew, every team knew that Garoppolo was going from the Niners. They was trying to trade him before the season, but couldn't trade him. And then when he got hurt, it was like, oh, because he had to come in and help. Because when Lance went down, he came in. And then he got hurt. Once he got hurt, that killed his value. Ain't nobody trading for no injured quarterback, bruh, especially a foot. Nobody trading for him because you got to wait and see how he progresses and heals. And they didn't have that information at that time. And the sorry-ass Niners doctors told Garoppolo, you did not need surgery, just wait it out. You stupid ass. But I think he re-injured the foot because he tried to rush himself back when they got into the playoffs. That's the story that happened. He tried to rush back too soon. What you say, Snoop? You didn't see the plays, Jacobs rushing championship produced last season. He led the league in rushing last year. Did we win our playoff game that year too? Did we win a playoff game last year? Who won the Super Bowl last year? Punk ass Kansas City, huh? How many yards does Josh Jacobs have for Kansas City? Oh, wait a minute. He don't play for Kansas City? So that means Kansas City won the Super Bowl without Josh Jacobs? Who won the Super Bowl before that? Oh, the Rams? How many yards did Josh Jacobs have for the Rams in that Super Bowl? Oh, none? Because he didn't play for the Rams in that Super Bowl? Okay, what about the year before that with Tampa Bay? How many yards did Josh Jacobs have for Tampa Bay in that Super Bowl? None? He wasn't on that team either? I'm just being funny, but that just lets you know, just because you have a Josh Jacobs or not doesn't do shit, bro. I mean, of course, I like Josh Jacobs. He provides you more than what we have as far as I'm concerned, but it's not promising you a Super Bowl. Like for instance, I'm gonna show you this is a perfect analogy right now. Let me tell you this. Say I only allow you to have one of two of these positions to win a Super Bowl, right? You could pick any player of all time at either one of these two positions for your team to win the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna ask you, what position are you taking? Here's the two positions. If you can have any running back of all time, to be on your team to win a Super Bowl, what running back would that be? Right? All right, now let me follow it up with this. If you can have a quarterback of all time to win a Super Bowl for your team, what quarterback would you take all time? It don't matter what team they played for, how old they were at their prime. What quarterback would you take for your team to win a Super Bowl, right? Keep those two names in mind, right? So you got your all-time favorite running back to try to win a Super Bowl with, and your all-time quarterback to win a Super Bowl with. Now, between those two players, pick one of them to win a Super Bowl for your team. The running back or the quarterback? Who would you go for? Because ain't nobody picking the running back. Because Barry Sanders, as good as he was, never won a Super Bowl. Walter Payton, yeah, they won a Super Bowl, but Walter Payton didn't do shit in that Super Bowl. The touchdowns didn't even. They let William the Refrigerator Perry get a touchdown over letting fucking boy, I tell you. But we can name quarterbacks. Hey, Peyton Manning, Super Bowls. Eli Manning, Super Bowls. Tom Brady, Super Bowl. Mahomes, Super Bowl. Joe Montana, Super Bowl. Steve Young, Super Bowl. Jim Plunkett, Super Bowl. Come on, bruh. I can name way more quarterbacks that I would pick to win a Super Bowl over any running back ever, except for if Bo Jackson wouldn't have never got hurt. That's my all-time favorite player. He was a freak of nature, though. But any running back. Wasn't one running back that was out there just, I mean, you had, let me see. You had, Marcus Allen against the Redskins, he did his thing. He did his thing. Most rushing yards in a Super Bowl. But you got to remember, one of those runs got a big chunk of all those yards. The one that he reversed back. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, bruh. But there's a whole bunch of more quarterbacks I would take to win a Super Bowl over a running back, Terry Bradshaw. You know what I mean? The list goes on. Troy Aikman. The list goes on. That's what I'm saying. I like Josh Jacobs, but Josh Jacobs, he's not moving the needle as far as, I mean, see, Josh Jacobs is one of them kind of running backs that added to what we have. It makes the whole. Remember I told you the machine as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That means regardless of running back, receiver, quarterback, tight end, lineman, all that, it don't matter. What matters is what does it look like when they're all together? That's the way we're running this team. New England was the same way. You know what I mean? Tampa Bay was the same way. The motherfucking 85 Bears was the same way. They had good talent up and down. That defense was a motherfucker though. But overall, that whole team as a whole, from the linemen to the what you call it? The fucking God dang it. The skill positions, they had it. You had Wilbur Marshall defense. You have freaking what's the name? That was the coach of the Niners that pulling his pants down. What happened? Fucking you have Richard Dent. You remember I can't win with him. He was with the 85 Bears. And Buddy Ryan was the defensive coordinator, the father of Rob and Rex Ryan, which Rob Ryan is with currently the Raiders right now as we speak. And then like I trip off of everybody say, pay Jacobs. Right now, that tender, look, this is the one thing that I really trip off of with Josh Jacobs. I'm gonna tell y'all. Here it is. Everybody say that we need to pay Josh Jacobs, right? Right now, the tender, the franchise tag is what, 10.1 million, right? 10.1. It's more than any of these free agent running backs has signed for, whether it's Ezekiel or whoever. It's more than all of them, right? But yet they think that we're undercutting them. But it seemed to me that Josh Jacobs might have been kind of upset because the Raiders did not pick up the fifth-year option, right? So if I'm going to ask you guys this. If the Raiders would have picked up the fifth-year option on Josh Jacobs, right, would Josh Jacobs still hold out? That's the question of the day. After this, I'm going to get off of here, y'all, but let me know. If the Raiders would have picked up Josh Jacobs' fifth-year option, Would he have held out still? Would he have held out his 5th year? I'm asking everybody this. What do you think? And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some shit right now. Okay. Robert said no, he would not hold out. So if the Raiders picked up the 5th year option, he would not hold out, right? OG Raider said he wouldn't, right? Eugene, you said he would hold out? I don't think not over a 5th year option. I think he was kind of upset because they didn't pick up the 5th year option. I think he was upset over that shit. Okay, he wouldn't hold out, right? Raider Syndicate. This is where I'm getting to, Ozzy. Why wouldn't he hold out over the 5th year option when a 5th year option is just like a franchise tag? It's only 1 year, right? Guaranteed. And it would have been less than what the franchise tag is. I think what was the 5th year option was for $8 million and the franchise tag was 10? Or am I off? Is it how much was the 5th year option? Let me see this shit. This is why I'm confused. This really does not make any sense to me. Period. It don't make no sense. What was Josh Jacobs' 5th year option worth? Hold on, man. What the fuck? Just 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I'm trying to get 8 mil. Okay, Walker said 8 mil. Okay, so Josh Jacobs' 5th year option is worth 8 mil. His franchise tag is 10.1. So you telling me he wouldn't have held out for 8 mil, but he's holding out for 10. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Why? Why would have it been okay for Josh to play for 8 mil under the 5th year deal, but hold out for 10? To me, the Raiders shot themselves in the foot by not picking up the 5th year option. If they would have picked up the 5th year option, he would have been under contract for $2 million cheaper. The Raiders messed up on that call. They messed up. But Josh Jacobs is the one holding out. Bruh, a 5th year option is no different than a franchise tag. It's only for 1 year. But it would have been cheaper. No, I heard that they offered him 12 mil. So that's another 2 mil that's off the table, that if he would have been under the 5th year option, he would have been making 8 instead of 12. That's 4 million gone. It really is fucking with my head right now, bro. What is the purpose? You wouldn't hold out for the 5th year option if the Raiders would have picked it up, but you're holding out for a franchise tag that gives you 2 million more. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Both of them are only 1 year deals. I don't understand that. Yes, Tony. The Raiders dropped the ball on the 5th year option. But us dropping the ball on the 5th-year option is giving Josh Jacobs the opportunity to make $2 million more in the same situation where it's only a 1-year deal, fully guaranteed for $10 million. It would have way better than just having the 5th year picked up and you playing for 8. That's the shit that don't make sense to me, bruh. A 5th-year option is fully guaranteed on a rookie deal, bruh. You know what I mean? He would have got paid for playing under that contract. Now, if they would have released him, that you know what I mean, depending on what the guaranteed money total was. Let me see what it is. Josh Jacobs rookie contract. See, the non-guaranteed money is the money that you have to worry about when you're no longer employed by the team. Do you think they would have cut Josh Jacobs? You think if they would have picked, if a team picks up the 5th-year option, do you think they're going to pick it up just to release you? They're going to pick it up because they're keeping you on the team, which means that number for that year is all going to be guaranteed because you're going to be under contract to get paid that X amount of dollars. That's what that means. You don't pick up a 5th-year option and then turn around and release them. Why would you do that? Just don't pick up the 5th-year option and let them walk. You don't add more dollars to dead cap money. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the shit that don't matter. Oh, Charles Washington, we just covered it. We ain't gonna keep going on, man. I'm about to get off. I told you that was just the last little thoughts, man. I'm getting off right now, bro. He said he's getting tired of talking about that shit. I do too, man. But I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just curious. We were talking about Zamir White, which is going to tie into Josh Jacobs, so it has to be talked about. But it ain't like we're just trying to figure out the numbers, like what made sense and what don't. So with that being said, man, I'm checking out. You guys enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow, don't forget, is FYO Team Friday right here. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, 7 a.m. Pacific. Hold on, my phone just went off. 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance. It's FYO Team Friday. We're going in hardcore against the Dallas. Oh, matter of fact, let me give y'all a little taste. I told y'all I was going to give y'all a little taste. We're going in against the Dallas Cowgirls, man. Hey, we're going to beat the dog shit out their ass, for real.
Here we go. Matt Max. Oh! Matt Max.
Yeah, we about to slap the shit out of some Cowgirls. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, but if he's only holding out till week 1, because he's going to get docked money also. You know what I mean? He would have got fined under contract, but he's going to get docked money every week he misses, because you get paid per week in the NFL. You don't get a lump sum check. You get paid per week. So every week that Josh Jacobs is not playing, he loses money. Just like being fined. It's no difference. It's like being fined. But in up to 10 weeks, when they get to week 10, None of that damn money is guaranteed no more. That 10 million. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean? But I mean, it is what it is. I was just trying to figure it out. Like, what made sense to y'all? Was I tripping, or is it that the franchise tag? I would like, if I was a running back and they didn't pick up my 5th-year option, but they franchise tagged me, I'm signing the franchise tag, fully guaranteed. If they cut me or not, I'm there. Where do I sign? We'll deal with this shit after the season. You got to come in unless he just wanted some time off. Now, you know, a lot of veterans do that where they want time off so they don't sign the franchise tag till later when they're ready to come to, you know what I mean? They don't want to do mini camp. They don't want to do OTAs, preseason. Don't forget, we made him play preseason last year, the Hall of Fame game. So that might have kind of rubbed him the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, why I got to play? You know what I can do. You know what I mean? So we don't know. It is what it is. But I know that the team as a whole is better with him. But I was just trying to see the angle as far as, you know what I mean? What is he focused on? Because it seemed to me that it made more sense to sign the franchise tag than to be happy if they picked up the 5th-year option. To me, the Raiders messed up. The Raiders messed up for real, for real. They should have picked up the 5th. It would have been cheaper, and they would have had him under contract. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, who knows? Who knows the reason behind everything? But it'll work itself out, whether he stays or goes after the season. He'll be here this season. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. With that being said, you guys enjoy your Thursday. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. It is FYO Team Friday. We going in on the Dallas Cowgirls, y'all. We going in hard on them, too, with no Vaseline. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your day. See y'all tomorrow morning. Y'all be safe. Make it back to your loved ones, man. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. You have been watching Good Morning Raider Nation Live podcast. To those who are here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, the thumbs up, hit that. Leave a comment if you want to. Say, Lunatic, you ain't shit. And I smell your breath through the screen. If that's the case, I'm going to go brush twice. You feel me? And with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your day, man. I'm Lunatic Raider. And as usual, I'm out this B-I.